Door. It's not so frequent, anyways. Example. Let's start at number one, and we'll see. Number one, everybody knows, hopefully. Abba.
Oh.
What is
Abba.
Av?
Av is the same thing as Av is another form of Abba. It's the first word that most kids can say, much to the chagrin of their imas. Is ba 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 Abba is easier to say than ima. Most kids can't say ima. Sometimes they say amma instead of Abba, but the simplest letter sounds to make are the Abba. So, yeah.
Nowadays we call mother Amma.
Amma. Ima.
Oh, Mama.
Mama, that's right. Very simple sounds for a baby to say. In any case, we find in the Torah quite frequently Av. It's fascinating. And here you have the translations too. Adam. Ach. Achi. What does Achi mean?
Brother.
Achi is my brother. Achi, my brother. It's like Ach Sheli. It's a construct form. Ach Sheli, my brother. It's nice people call each other brother. You're waiting in the street. He's not really your brother. Why does he call you your brother? Because what? Because we're all the Jewish people are brother, the brotherhood, as they say. Very good.
Now, one question.
Yes, shoot. Yeah.
Adam is man, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It includes even the woman.
It's a good question. So in the story in Bereshit, it says that the first man had two sides to him. It was like almost like a Siamese, a joint at the back. And at the back, one side was man, one side was male, one side was female, and then God split them.
It was
Well,
a Siamese twin.
not necessarily a rib, perhaps a form of. At least the legend goes that right when it says in the world that God took the tzela can mean rib. It's famously, he fell asleep. God took out the rib, did a little surgery, and then from the rib made woman. Well, another interpretation of the word tzela is side. So basically, when they slept, they separated. Then they could come together. And if you look at my hands, you can see that the tradition tells us that it's actually an improvement. Usually you do plastic surgery, it's to improve, because why is it, when you separate, what's the option now? They can now face each other, get together face to face, which is a higher level of relationship. It's a metaphor for when you try to have a conversation when you're back to back with someone. It's a little bit hard to develop that conversation. When you're facing each other, you get all the cues and you get all the feeling face to face. So anyway, so Adam originally in Bereshit perhaps was both man and woman, but for the most part, very quickly, in the second chapter of Bereshit, woman is created. And from then on, only the male is called Adam and the female is called, what's the female called? Chava. So we have Adam and Chava and Ish and Isha. There's like two parallel sets of names. Ish is on here? No, it's not even on the list. It's not much frequent. The word is Ish in singular.
Doesn't Anish mean like people, man?
And, right, so from Ish we have, of course, Isha. Ish, Isha. This is male and this is female. But then, when you get to the plural, there's a strange phenomenon in Hebrew where the nun shows up. And therefore the plural for men is anashim. For women it's nashim. Where's this nun from? There's no nun in the singular. This is a feature of the Hebrew language that this is like an ancient form of the word. You might have heard who was the first man? Adam. Who was his son? Who was his son? And who was his grandson? There was Cain and Hevel, and there was a third son called Seth or Shet. Shet. And who is his son? That we are all descendants from.
Noah.
Cain and Hevel are good. Good start. But the third son is most significant because
Methuselah.
Adam Shet Enosh.
Enosh.
That's his name.
Enosh.
I know somebody called Enoch.
Hanoch.
Nope. That's Chanoch. That's not the same thing as
Enosh.
this is a Chet and
Mahalalel.
this is a Chet and this is a Chaf. This is
Mahalalel.
an Aleph and this is Shin. Two different names, totally. In English, it's strange because this you would you might spell as CH. So it looks similar, but it's not the same. Right? It's not the same. So anyways, forget about the Hanoch business. Two different people. Enosh is the third human in the chain from Adam. And of course this shows you very much
Wait, but they
where we
also
get
had other
Anashim
children.
from. Anashim,
They
plural of men. What?
They had other children.
Many other children.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes, yes.
not only the third from Adam, but third generation.
The way the Torah describes it, they had three and then they had many others.
So, like, Anashim can also mean people, right? So, like, if I say
It does mean people.
Anashim,
All the people, yeah. Kol Anashim, yeah. That's number 15. It's so frequent in the Torah. These men said to them, so we have Anashim, and Anashim, even though it comes from Ish and Isha, it's a form with a nun, it gets thrown in there in the plural. Yeah.
So Anashim can also include women. when you say-
Anashim.
it says
Sometimes
more
in
men
the
than
plural,
women, yeah.
well, they just changed this last year, believe it or not. Hebrew is the developing language, at least in modern Hebrew, in ancient Hebrew. So the way it works is that many times the plural includes both the masculine plural will include the men and the women, the male and the females. But when we have a different form, if it includes men and women, you could say anashim for the general, and if it's only women, you would say nashim. But yeah, you're right. The plural and masculine many times includes both genders. If you have both genders, although in recent time, last year, the Knesset passed a law. I think this is part of the feminist movement. They said we don't like to be just included together with the plural of the male, the masculine. We should get our own special call out. So if you're going to speak to all men and all women, you should say anashim ve'nashim. You have to specify. No longer are you supposed to use the masculine plural to include both genders. Not everybody does that. It's a little bit of it's an agenda, but it's going on, and it's all over the world, and in Israel is no exception. And it's very, a little bit verbose, and a little cumbersome. So I particularly don't like the movement.
Aye.
But you should be aware that that's something happens. Sometimes when you make it, every statement you say, would all the men and all the women, instead of just saying, would everybody come? You have to denote both genders, even in the plural, which is a new, really. We'll see where it goes. We'll see if it catches on, or sometimes it doesn't catch on.
You want to know that the funniest thing is that women are also supposed to wear tzitzit and talits, just their own versions. It says in the Torah that it's for both genders, but the rabbis took it out because they wanted because they wanted the women to be focused on raising the kids, not focused on fulfilling mitzvot.
Very interesting question. You raised in general. It's not specifically about tzitzit or the tefillin. Each mitzvah has its own parameters. But there is this principle that a lot of people get hyped up about. It's all the mitzvot, it says it many times in the Talmud, are for men and for women. What do you think, only men have to keep Shabbat? Women have to keep Shabbat as well. So, but there is a subcategory, which turns out to be quite significant in many people's lives, that the sages decided, based on the tradition, that all mitzvot which are time-bound mitzvot which are connected to timing, women are exempt. We don't know exactly why. Some people say it makes sense. Child raising, if the woman's primarily in charge of that, it's hard to require of them to be on time for specific acts. So this time-bound mitzvah thing, that would include tzitzit. Tzitzit is only to be worn in the daytime because it says you should see the fringes on your garments. So women are exempt, but like you're saying, it's not forbidden necessarily for women to wear the tzitzit. It's confusing. It's confusing. It's a longer discussion. Yeah, well, Hananel. Sure.
But when Hashem gave us the Torah,
Yes.
the mitzvot was given first to the woman, right? Meaning,
Yeah. What do you mean?
Just say, yeah.
What do you mean?
Mitzvot meaning, if they don't give the woman exempt something like that, Yeah. In every the mitzvot, something like that, because of that, Hashem gave the mitzvot first to them, meaning because of the Adam and Chava,
Yeah.
the Chava sinned first,
Yeah.
because of the given first and then the second, there is four, but I forget two of the, yeah. Because the reason meaning the second was the woman, most of the women when we came up from the Mitzrayim,
Yeah.
the women are take the best, because of the women we
were redeemed. Yeah. Okay, so you were saying a lot of ideas, but I think it can be a little confusing. So we'll try to make some seder. Let's organize this, the bottom, the starting point. The foundation is that women are people just like men, and the Torah therefore is speaking to women and to men equally for all the commandments in the Torah and all the precepts in the Torah. And there are exceptions, as I started to say. But I'd like you to do, please, before we continue, is take your page and fold it over like this, so that you cannot see the translation of the first row. Can you do that for me?
Rob, did you know that when King David when King David was elected as king, he was king over all the men of Jerusalem, and his wife is Malka. There was the queen of Israel, of Jerusalem, was in charge of all the women.
Interesting
Or
story.
maybe that was with Shlomo. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's so many ideas, so many traditions to try to keep them straight in our head. Now, I'd like you each to take another piece of paper. Could you get a piece of paper from behind a blank piece of paper? And for everybody, please. Please pass this down for Neve? Navi. It's an interesting name, yeah. Anybody else need a blank piece of paper? So, Ayov, come on, get with it. Keep giving. And now I want you to cover over this as well, because one cover is not going to block out the answers for you. And I want you to write down. Everybody need a pen? Anybody need a pen? Pass down a pen to Navi, please. Yeah. I want you to write down the ones you know from 1 through 45. But make sure you cover it over. Doubly cover it over, and don't peek. Okay? And write through 1 through 45. See how many you know. But it is a fascinating question, the role of women in Judaism, and we're not going to be able to address it in full today. But you really have to be careful. All these ideas being thrown around, not to misspeak. All right, so I'll give you a few minutes to work on this and see Some of the answers you can see, but hopefully you cover over the rest. Write down next to each word what's the translation. I want to see you write it in Chinese, not you. I want you to write it in Cookie. And what's Telugu? What do you speak? Malayalam. Malay. Malayalam. Translate it to whatever you translate it to Aussie language. And let's see if you know half of them.
There actually aren't been too
I have to open this one again and then plug it.
The list, yeah, like you sort of cover only part of it. Cover only part, only the translations cover. I want you to see only the Hebrew. So these, okay? When you finish, put your name on the top and hand it in to me. Show me your list, please. You get extra marks for being last. That's all?
Yeah.
Well, you don't get extra marks for being last. That's for sure. Go over it again. I think you're going to know more. I think if you look at it slowly, you're going to know more. I think you know more. Out of 45, you're going to tell me you only get 5 of the most frequent words. Go one by one. Try to give an answer. I know there's no dots, so I apologize for that. Make it legible.
This is at as in like the one that doesn't have a translation.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Exactly. And Navi, if you want to look ahead, we're going to do page 150 next in the Siddur if you want to get a head start on the next part. I appreciate you just being thrown in here as the first day. And are you done? No? Yeah. Great, I'd love to see it. Yeah. Okay. How long have you been in Israel?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Ah, great. Where you been hanging out?
I was at Ish.
You were at Ish?
Yeah, but
For 2.5 years or not?
yeah, but I was volunteering my time when the war broke out, and now I really need a job, so a guy sent me to meet with this Rabbi Lisman because I do video work, but he said he didn't have a job, and I said, well, maybe I could study here part-time. Well, I'm looking for work, but I don't know yet, because from the Asians, they need me to go full-time, but I'm 35, I found I was Jewish 5 years ago, and I need to be able to survive, and it's sort of the kind of place that'll let me learn Torah, but also build a life for myself. So,
makes sense, yeah. Did you make Aliyah?
No, I went through Machon Meir, and they gave me a very they actually were very unpleasant, and so now I have all my papers, and I'm trying to go to the Mitzvah name myself.
Got it, sure. Got it, I'm sorry.
I grew up classical Jewish stories.
Okay, but sorry you had a hard time with that. Yeah.
I mean, it's all good, it's just I didn't grow up Jewish, that's all.
I understand. Okay, yeah, sure. Everybody's got their own journey here. Boy, we could spend hours just going around the room here. Everybody's got a story.
So. Does Machon Meir provide part-time tuition?
Yes, absolutely, definitely. We're very open to all kinds of arrangements. If somebody wants to learn Torah, we have a hard time saying no. Okay, but you've been at Aish for a while. That's good. So you did the discovery first, and then you went on to the other programs. Wonderful. And what's your English name?
Chris.
Okay. Can you pass this back, please? To Navi, yeah. And where'd you get this Hebrew name from?
I was in Israel 5 years ago in Zikron Yaakov, and they said you had to pick a Jewish name. They gave me a list of names. That's the one I picked.
They gave you a list of names? Wow.
They said a bunch of words by the Torah. Said this is your bar mitzvah. Said say your name. Said my name. Navi. Said some things. Then they said your name. I didn't know.
Yeah, right. It's a little bit of a unique name, but it's not on your papers or anything. Well, you can still figure it out.
What do you mean?
I changed my name when I made Aliyah. My English name is Michael.
Is it really?
It is, yeah. But my Hebrew name is Menachem. But when you make Aliyah, they don't care. They go by what it says in your passport.
No,
So they said Michael. That's not my name. My Hebrew name is Menachem. So I changed my name. I did an official name change. So it's quite easy to change your name actually in Israel. Fill out a form, and so who's been calling you Navi? All your friends call you Navi? No, they still call you Chris. Yeah.
This is what everyone's called me since I became Jewish. This is the name the rabbis gave me. This is the name I got. This is the job I do.
Interesting.
Media, with special types of image capture technology to fight disinformation and propaganda.
Wonderful. Because Navi, if you spell it with an aleph at the end, it means prophet.
Yeah, I like to tell people if you want to profit, buy Bitcoin.
Right. Not that kind of prophet.
No, I told you. 6 months. Tell me I was wrong.
Okay. Prophet. Prophet.
It's a call that you need, Rabbi.
That's it. Okay. The prophets, like Isaiah, was known as the Navi. In any case,
Eliyahu Hanavi.
Eliyahu Navi, exactly. Eliyahu was a prophet. He didn't bring us much profit, but yeah. You're done? How many did you get? Out of 45, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, no idea. Good. Okay. Good. Excellent. Let me see.
And that some of them are correct and others.
So this is a good way to see where we are. Okay, we're gonna look at it. Did most of them? Great.
I don't know most of them.
You don't know most of them. No, it's not true. According to this, you have over half. Let's go look at it because, by the way, tomorrow we're having. Oh, you got it. You got one more.
No, 2 more.
2 more.
3 more.
3 more. See, I told you to look. We're gonna go over the whole list now, all 45.
Tomorrow?
And tomorrow's going to be a quiz on all 4 or 5 words. So pay attention. Here come the answers. Okay? Thank you, Benjamin. Now you could actually, if you want, turn over to open up the page and you can see the answers. They're written for you, so you don't have to write them down. Number 1, Av, father, Adam. Number 2. Number 3, brother. Number 4, Echad. Have you heard the sentence? Shema Yisrael. Hashem Elokeinu. Hashem Echad. One God. One. And how do you say it in feminine? The number 1. There's 2 versions of the number 1. What did we say before? That there's feminism, right? So for females, they got their own number. Achat. That's right. A taf at the end.
When did that come in?
Very early. It's in the Torah.
Really?
Echad is masculine and feminine is achat.
Oh, like Ohev and Ohevet.
Well, actually, this is just the numbers. The numbers, we have 2 versions of them. How do you say 2? Shnayim is masculine. Shtayim is feminine. Many people, they switch. They go back and forth. They start with the chad and they go to shtayim. Achat should go to shtayim. The taf is a marker here you can remember. The tafs are in the feminine type of counting. This is the same. Well, shlosha is the masculine and shalosh is the feminine. It's strange because in the rest of the Hebrew language, usually the hey at the end denotes the feminine, but not in the numbers. Numbers, this is its own system that you have to memorize. You add this at the bottom of your page because it's part of the test for tomorrow. Chad, shtayim, shalosh, achat, shtayim, shalosh, or echad, shnayim, shlosha, arba'ah. You're always going to find the hays in the masculine side, and in the feminine, it's arba. So if you're just going to count one of them, go achat, shtayim, shalosh, arba, chamesh, shesh. And here it's chamisha. We'll leave it at 5 for now, okay?
Sheshe. How do you say Teisha if you can't say tufs? Or is that a test?
You can say, what do you mean? It's tough, but what do you say? Tish'a or Teisha. Okay? Anyways, back to our list. Echad is number 1 in masculine. Number 5, acharei.
Later.
After, later is different. But it's one after the other. Echad, acharei. Echad, acharei. One after the other. Hasheni.
What does Judaism say about feminism?
As I said, it's a long, long topic. We're going to get to it probably in a more extensive way another time. Number 6, ain. Number 6, ain. No, that's with an ayin.
Ein Kelokeinu.
Ein Kelokeinu, exactly. You know that tune? Everybody turn to page 1. Page 200. Sorry, what page? Ein Kelokeinu? Did you sing it yesterday?
Hello.
In this country, we say it every single day. Not only on... Do you have a Siddur? That's right. Page 1, 264 and 265.
1264.
265. 265. Page 265. You see in the middle of the page. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kemoshienu. Stop. Me is a different word. What does Ein mean? You can see the English. There is none. There is none. 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 Ein. There is none. Ein. There is none. There's no other God like our God. There's no other king like our king. There's no other master like our master. And there's no other savior like our savior. Ein Kemoshienu. We go on and we say other words. It's a good way to learn prepositions from the Ein Keloheinu. A lot of people know that song. There's many tunes to it. And back to our list. Ein means not or none. People know can and lo, right? But so this is another form of saying no. Is that there's the ayin is nothing. You guys learned a little Chassidus, a little Chabad. What do they say? There's none other except for him. Ein od milvado. There's none other except for him. None. Ein od milvado. And to say that what God is nothingness is called ayin. It's the same letters. Aleph, Yud, Nun. Ein comes from nothingness. Hashem is beyond the material world. It's a higher level of existence to be in the nothingness. I was once skiing down the mountain with my son. He must have been 15. And it was a cloud. You couldn't see a foot in front of you. And we were all like going slow, trying to, not to crash into a tree or anything. And we stop after a little while, and we look around and see, where's my son? We were worried, maybe he hit a tree or something. And then we call out, because you can't go back up. It's a little hard. Finally, he comes down. We wait 5 minutes. Comes down. He says, I was enjoying being in the ayin. Being in nothingness. It was like a feeling like he was in a cloud. He couldn't see anything. He imagined that he was in the ayin, in the nothingness, which is the highest level of spirituality. Right? Because our material world is a come down. It's a constriction of godliness. Godliness is beyond any constriction. So he felt that was an experience of ayin. Anyways. Here, number 7. Who ate from the tree of good and evil? Number 2.
I thought it was apple.
Adam, number 2. It's not an apple, it doesn't say that. Achal is to eat. Le'echol. Ve'achalta ve'savata. Correct. To eat. Adam is number 2. Number 7 is achal, to eat. What's the difference between a achaf and a you say, let's do block letters. Bet has this.
If they could write it like that, I could differentiate.
Well, look, number 7 has that. Where's the bet? Where's the next bet? Find me a bet, guys. Is there a bet? And number 20, for example. You see that at the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little bit of a chupchik, or some kind of a... It's true. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's especially tricky when you look in the Torah, because in the Torah, the way the letter is formed is very similar, and sometimes all there is just a little bit like that. Instead of the leg being flattened out, in the Torah, it's just like a little bit like that. But the truth is, in the Torah, the chaf is more rounded, and the bet is more square. So that's another mark of that. In the Torah is right. It's a different font. Different fonts. It's more marked differences, but. So in Hebrew, the same root can be used as a noun, as a verb. It's like a family of meanings for the same root letters. It depends how you conjugate them for the different meanings. Achal is in the past. Ochel is a noun, which means food. And here, it's unclear. It's just really looking at the root of ochel. We say in the benching, ve'achalta ve'savata. We quote the Torah. It says, you shall eat and be satisfied. Uverachta. What's uverachta? What's a bracha? You should make a bracha. So ve'achalta, you should eat and be satisfied. Ve'rachta, Hashem Elokecha, you should bless Hashem. Next. El, number 2. Number 8. So look at number, what's the difference in 8 and 9 and 10?
8.
And 11. They all start with the letters Aleph and Lamed. But what's the difference between them? Because it's confusing. The difference is the vowelization. That's right, nikudot. So El with the tzere, the 2 dots is called the tzere underneath the Aleph. That is called the tzere, and that's not even on your page. It's not even on your page. If you would have that with an Aleph, with a Lamed afterwards, that would mean God. The closest thing you have to that is number 11. Number 11, Elohim, actually means, in last week's Parsha was used, and it didn't mean God, it meant judges. Because the word El is power. It comes from the word Ayil. Ayil is a ram. Very powerful animal. You don't get gored by a ram. You could end up in the hospital. Did you ever see an ibex down by the Dead Sea? You've been traveling around the country a little bit.
I've seen goats and lambs smash their heads into.
That's it. They do that. So El means strength, and so strength is used for God. It's also used for judges. Elohim is used for judges, and of course, famously, we say Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, our God. We use it to refer to God, and that's number 11. But paradoxically, because it's part of a longer word, the diktuk changes, and the nikud underneath the aleph in number 11 is actually 3 dots. 3 dots, not 2 dots, which you find, but it still means God or powerful ones in number 11 because of the Elohim, because the word Eloha means God. So, but it's similar to, anyways, the other conjugations. Number 8, El is a preposition, means to or into or towards. And number 9, don't get confused, Al is like low. No, Al on is with an ayin. Al with an aleph is like low. Lamed aleph, do not. That's with an ayin. It's with an ayin. It's a different word, yeah. Al netilat yadayim is with an ayin. What? Okay, let's go slowly. Number 8, it says God. No.
2.
Now you can open up and see, copy over the answers from here. El is to or into or towards. Okay, and now you can look at the answers. We're going over the answers now. Number 9 is going to be Al, and that's do not.
What about Le and 2, right? Le.
That's just the lamed by itself. The lamed by itself is like a shortened form of the preposition number 53. It's like lifnei. So they have the lamed at the beginning there. Or the 52 is lo, to him. It's a preposition, but this is similar to number 8. You're right. Surprising, but
So if name means in front, right?
yeah. Le usually means to. It's a preposition to. Give something to someone. Tanoten le, Eov. Okay, number 9 is Al. Number 10 is Eile. Confusing. These. Or those.
Number 11 is 12.
Number
11.
11 is Elohim, means God.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe
12, Elef. Elef. Face of it. 1,000. Excellent. How do you say 1? How do you say 1?
אחד.
And how do you say 10?
עשר.
How do you say 100?
Mea.
Mea. And how do you say 1,000? Elif. Elif. That's number 12. Number 13.
If.
Good. Good. Im is if. It's confusing because just like
Does it mean with too?
that's with an ayin. So there's words that a lot of Olim Chadashim confuse. And one is al, which is, right, do not. And al, which is on. Okay, they're not the same words. You see, there's an aleph and there's an ayin. Same thing. There's im with an aleph, and there's an im with an ayin. And im is if, and im is with. The way to remember it, pro tip, years of experience as an Oleh Chadash, the aleph is at the beginning of the sentence, because it's the beginning of a condition. If it's sunny outside, it's not going to rain. If it's cloudy, it might rain. Right? So it's always the condition is at the beginning of a sentence. It's a way to remember that if you mean this, if conditional if, use the aleph. But if you're saying something is with something else, use the ayin. 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 Okay. So 13, 14. Amar, you should know that. Ne'emar v'haya. Right, you know that? Number 15, we said already. Anashim, we talked about. Anashim, the surprising nun, throws up, gets thrown in.
Is a man?
Men in plural. Anashim, yes. Right. Number 16, Eretz. Eretz Yisrael. 17, Et. That's a marker for the direct object. It's hard to translate. It's conjugation. It's like present tense or past tense. But you'll get the general meaning, and then you have to learn the conjugations later. This is number 9. What number? 17. Number 18. Ata. You. Masculine, singular. Feminine?
At.
At. At. Ata or at? Ata or at. Yeah. Number 19. Oto. It's the direct object indicator with the masculine singular pronoun. In other words, it's basically number 17, right? It's the direct object marker with a pronoun. A pronoun, this is a feature of the Hebrew language, is that we don't necessarily say two different words. We combine the two words into one. Oto davar, very good. So it's his thing, right? Oto, it belongs to him. Number 20, ba. With an aleph is to come. Ba with a hey, another difference is in her. So ba with an aleph is to come. But if you say ba with a hey, it means in her. Right? In her pocket. Ba.
Bo is also conjugation?
Bo is for the masculine.
Come.
That's masculine, and this is feminine.
Is come?
Right. So bo with an aleph is the various ways you can conjugate it, but it refers to coming. Right. What do we say? Shalom Aleichem, Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch. What's the next stanza? Bo Achem, Bo, come. Bo Achem Shalom. Come in peace, you angels of peace. Bo, number 20 is to come.
So that's feminine.
Bo Achem is plural. Chem is plural. So Bo Achem. Malachim is plural, so it includes masculine and feminine. I think angels don't really have masculine and feminine angels, as far as I know. Number 21, Bo with a Vav is in him. That's like Bo and Ba. That's what I wrote here on the board. Ba and Bo is in him. Don't confuse with the very popular words, frequent words. Next, Ben, son.
I didn't understand what you were saying.
Ben.
Which
21.
one? What, 21, it means in him.
Yes.
Right?
Bo.
Yes.
That's Bo.
That's Bo with a Vav. As opposed to with an Aleph, it means to come. You have to pay attention to the letters, not just the way it sounds. All right?
Yeah. Son.
Son.
Ben.
Give me another name for son.
Bene.
That's
Sons.
plural. That's sons.
Ben.
You know this in Aramaic. Give me the Aramaic for son.
Bin.
Nope.
That's Arabic.
When you were 13 years old.
Bar.
Bar mitzvah. That's Aramaic for Ben, exactly. Bar mitzvah. Some people have more bar than they have mitzvah at the bar mitzvah celebration. Zev, did you have a bar mitzvah celebration?
Yeah.
How old were you?
13.
Perfect.
Are we able to turn the aircon if it's quite cold?
It's actually heating.
No, I feel freezing.
In Arabic, it's bin.
It's giving a hot air, actually. You can feel it.
I
But
give you that.
In
Oh, yeah,
Arabic, it's bin.
yeah.
Maybe
It's
I'm
hot
turning
air.
the cold one.
It's on the hottest it can be, but
No,
we
I
can
mean-
turn it off for a while if you want.
No, I meant like it's probably just a room.
Okay, fine. No problem.
You want magic?
No, it's okay.
It's a bite from me.
Bait, you should know.
Bye-bye.
Like
23. Yes, your house. 23 is your house. 24, but.
But daughter.
It's so similar. So how do you say son and daughter?
Ben and
Ben.
Ben and bat.
Ben Babat.
And when did you have your bat mitzvah?
When did I have my bar mitzvah? I didn't have it yet.
Yet?
Wait, did you say bat mitzvah?
Yes.
Why? He's a guy.
Because they're making fun of him.
No, don't do that.
Okay. I take it back. You're right. You're right. I'm not real. It was a joke.
Yeah, Mr. Rabbi.
25.
Nice.
25. Gadol.
Big.
What did you have on your Sivivon? What did it say on the Sivivon? What's the Sivivon? The top on Hanukkah. Remember the special?
Oh, you
We
mean
played the game.
a dreidel?
The dreidel. In Hebrew it's Sivivon. Dreidels Yiddish.
I'm from America.
Oh.
Ich bin Yiddish, nicht
Ach, right, Yiddish. Oh, verstehst du nicht Yiddish?
Ich bin der Mamelation.
But was is the Oisius?
You know, Yiddish is supposed to be-
What are the letters?
What?
What are the letters?
What did you
On the
The
dreidel.
Yiddish keyboard on the phone, the keyboard is in Hebrew numerals.
Cool.
Letters.
Yeah, Hebrew alphabet. The Yiddish keyboard.
Usually you write Yiddish with Hebrew letters, right? So what's the letters on the? Anybody remember the letters on the Sivivon?
Nun. Wait, but isn't
Gimel?
it different in Israel because
It is different.
They added different ones.
Nun,
Good.
Gimel.
Right. What do we say? Nes is, so we have the nun,
No.
right? For
Gimel.
miracle. Gadol, Gimel, good. You remember that? Because when we played the game, you got a Gimel. Get the whole pot. Haya.
Ein.
Haya was.
Hey.
Half.
Hey.
Haya.
Half.
Now here we have
Ein.
two versions.
Samech.
Sham is for Chutz La'aretz, and in Israel we have Po.
Oh,
Is
you can.
Gadol Haya Po. So some dreidels have a Pei, and some dreidels have a Shin.
It's better.
What does this mean? A great miracle was there or here. So what does Gadol mean?
Big.
Great, big. Exactly. That's number
The
25.
great big. Great.
So write it down. You don't have it written down.
I did. I wrote down Gadol.
You did, sorry?
Yeah.
Gadol is feminine.
Gedalia.
Gedalia, that's right.
Does that mean greatness?
It does, yes. Greatness of God. Yeah, at the end is for the name of God. Greatness of God, yes.
The female is Gadola.
That's right. We say mitzvah gedolah liot b'simcha. It's a great mitzvah. Mitzvah is feminine, so we say gedolah. Gedolah is feminine, yeah. Many times the hey at the end indicates a feminine, yes.
26.
Is
1 second.
or spoke to a woman, I will tell her Gadola or for example,
A goy.
I say as a Gadol for me, for myself or something like that.
If the person acting is a male, you use the masculine. If a person acting
No.
is a female, you use the feminine. Because it depends who's doing
Is
what.
also.
Yeah.
If she's gonna,
Goy is nature.
if you say that she is great, you say at gedolah,
Gadola.
right?
Something like
If you say to a man, atak gadol, atak gadol, okay?
We can't chuck out these papers. We need to bury it because it says God on it.
Oh, not really, because I made sure to put a little hyphen there.
All right. Okay.
I put a hyphen in there.
Oh, in the Hebrew one.
In the Hebrew, right. The English, there's room to be lenient. There's some people are more machmir, and they put it, instead of the O, they put a G dash D, but it's really funny. So I'm not machmir on that. Sometimes. Anyways, what number are we up to now? Benjamin, you're reminding me, 26. 26, Goy.
26.
Goy. God says to
Goy.
Abraham, I'm going to make you into a great nation. Eschale Goy Gadol. Goy.
Goy.
Nowadays it means
Big
a
nation.
non-Jew.
Goy.
Goy. But the original just means a nation.
But it's not.
Avram, God comes to him and says, I'm going to make you a big Goy.
not.
He's the first Jew. He's been turned into a big Goy. It's a joke in the modern usage.
Does Hashem tell jokes?
It must be. That was a great one.
It was very funny.
It's not nice.
Looking at it from our perspective, it's a little bit amusing.
Apparently, a lot
Goy
of
just means a nation, a great nation.
non-Jews don't like being called goys.
Really?
Yeah, because they think they're being treated as lessers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they also believe we think less of them. But I know as a fact, it says in the Torah that that the Jewish people are His children, and that the non-Jews are His highest creation, His
Wow.
most advanced creation.
Very cool. Very cool. You're into the big issues today.
Yeah.
It's, feminism, Jews and non-Jews. Everybody turn to page 151, please, on your Siddur.
I'm
Open up
only
your
interested
Siddur.
in things I don't know much about.
Good. Very good. Turn to page 151, line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Line 8. 151, line 8. We're going to sing a song. I've taught it to you before. And it starts off with the word list, number 1 on your word list. What's number 1 on your word list?
Abba.
And we say it twice though. Avinu Av. 2 words in a row. Ha'av. Do you see that on line 8?
151.
151.
I thought you said 158.
No, sorry. Line 8. On page 151.
Yeah.
Line 8. Does it not start with Avinu? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Line 8. Avinu Ha'av. The Father. Our Father, the Father.
1.
Okay. Gedalia, read it for us in English. Our Father, compassionate Father.
Our Father, compassionate Father, ever compassionate, have compassion on us. Instill in our hearts the desire to understand and discern, to listen, learn, and teach, to observe, perform, and fulfill all the teachings of your Torah in love. Enlighten our eyes in your Torah, and let our hearts cling to your commandments. Unite our hearts to love and revere your name, so that we may never be ashamed.
Wow, it's amazing. Stop there for a second. Wow, these lines are like the most heartfelt lines I believe for sometimes in my morning prayers. Wow, compassionate one. Ask him, what are we asking for? What do I do? I'm a teacher. What can I do? I study Torah, right? So I want, instill in our hearts the desire to understand, to listen, learn, teach, observe, perform, fulfill. We want to be good Jews. All the teachings of your Torah in love. Beautiful prayer. Here's the song. Are you ready to sing along? Go to the beginning of line 8. Avinu ha'av. Some people don't have the hey. And so it's just Avinu Av. Pretty much the same word twice. Our Father, the compassionate Father.
Avinu Av
Line 9. Follow along, Gezef, inside. Follow along. From the top again, line 8. Oh, wait. Start from the beginning again. Ready? Line 8. You ready, Zeph? Follow along. Put your finger inside. Put your finger along inside so you can follow along. Line 8. Beautiful, huh? Please enlighten our hearts to cling to our commandments. Yes.
Where we can find this? I look.
This song? I'll send it to you. I'll send it to the whole group. You're on our WhatsApp group?
I think so.
Okay, so I'll send you a link to it. Okay?
Okay.
After the class. Yes?
Sometimes I think very tricky, Avinu means father, right?
Our Father, yes.
Yeah.
Avinu, Av, Shelanu. It's two words together. Av is Father, Shelanu, ours.
Sometimes the Hebrew come first, it's something like something.
It's confusing, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay. Navi, if you stay with us, I'll send you this. We'll get you onto the WhatsApp group. I'm sending it now to the whole group. This song. If you have Spotify, that's.
I don't use Spotify.
All right. Well, you can actually find it in other apps as well.
What?
Okay, but now I want to play with you. Everybody, turn to page 231.
231?
231. You might know this before. This is the original. This is the original, believe it or not. It became such a popular song. 231 at the bottom. Last 3 lines. What? Abi, actually. It's like from Avraham. No, that's Adin. Okay. Turn it on and off, please. Again, on for a few seconds and off for a few seconds. Kol Beit Yisrael. Sing along. Kol Beit Yisrael. Haneshut mitzvah. Tzara u'beshiyah. Hodei bayam u'vei bayam. Kol Beit Yisrael, Kol Beit Yisrael, Anatuni B'tzara, B'tzara We've made it a custom every day now. It's been over 3 months. We're praying for the hostages. This is one of the only passages that refer specifically to those in captivity. Bashivya, Shevi, captivity. Once again, ready from the top. I think they're getting ready for it. After the instrumental.
Kol Beit Yisrael, Acheinu, Kol Beit Yisrael, Anatunim B'tzara, B'tzara Ubeshivya, Omnin Ben Maryam, Ben Maryam, Asham. Acheinu, Kol Beit Yisrael.
Sing with me.
Acheinu, Kol Beit Yisrael, Anatunim B'tzara.
What's tzara?
B'tzara Ubeshira.
Tzara, distress.
Ben Bayam, Ben Bayam, Asham. Ma'achom Yerachem, Yerachem, Yotziem Mitzara, Mitzir Lacha, U'nefem Yalom, U'mishiram U'lashta, Baralam, Bezman Karim.
Kol Yerachem,
Yerachem Aleichem Yotziem Mitzara, Liam V'Achal U'Me'afel Le'olam, U'Shiramu Li'Geula Ashta, Ba'alahu B'Zman Karim.
Now you have a quiz tomorrow, so let's finish the list. Okay? Let's finish the list before you go. I know you got ants in your pants here, Gedalia. You're looking like you're folding up. We're not done yet.
I think I'm making
Even the first half of the list. You know them all? Let's hear. Let's see you answer for us. Number 27.
27.
Gum.
Also. Very good. Gum. Also. Number 28.
Number 28 is
Matter.
This is matter.
What's the name of the first book of the Torah? The first book of the Torah? Bereshit. Second book of the Torah? Shemot. And what's the third? Fourth? Bamidbar. And the fifth is Devarim, because it starts Eile Dvarim. These are the matters. Asher Diber Moshe, that Moshe spoke. Dvarim can be words also. Davar, or that's why number 28 you say Diber. He said. Diber. Diber. You might want to put in the. You see the nukudot there. Davar is a matter. Diber is to speak. So the same letters give you two different meanings based on the vowelization. A davar is a matter. Eila dvarim. But it's a play on words. Maybe you never understood that. The beginning of the fifth book of the Torah is a play on words. Eila dvarim asher diber. These are the matters which Moshe spoke. Same word, davar, but number 20, 39. 30. Derech Hashem.
Derek.
Hashem, the ineffable name. We don't even print it.
That's
We
where the
don't.
name comes from, Derek.
Maybe,
Derech Hashem.
Road,
Yes.
right.
Road,
Path, right.
He left.
Number 32.
Yitzhak.
Number 32.
Hashem.
Lehavi is to bring. It's actually similar to number, what does it say, Bo? Number 20. See the bet aleph there is the root. 32 is hey v. Hey v. Hey v.
Haya, Holech,
Hayah,
Aro, Zeh, Yad, Yada, Yom, Yamim, Yatzai.
You're pronouncing them nice. What do they mean? Number 33 means
He.
who?
He.
Who? It's he.
Who?
Who
Who is? Do you know the Abbot and Costello?
Yeah.
That about the who and he in Hebrew? You know the who's on first. There's a Hebrew version of that. It's very confusing. Maybe I'll play it for you one day. Let's finish this up. Next, number 34. Haya was. So 35 halach, the he walked. Halach, yeah.
Halacha.
Halacha walks with us wherever we go. All right, halacha. 36, Hema, they.
Yisrael means nation of Israel.
How would you say it in feminine? Ham with a nun at the end.
I don't think we need to know this.
You don't think so? It's
No.
the most frequent word in the Torah.
No, but we should only know the male version.
Oh, yeah. Women are part of your life. Do you not have a mother? There's a Baruch Hashem. Number 37, Har, mountain. What mountain was the Torah given on in last week's Parsha? Har Sinai. Two famous mountains. Number 38 and 39. What's the difference?
Feminine masculine.
Feminine, masculine. Good. Right. Yad,
And
Yada, with an ayin. Da,
Wait a second.
Yadea.
26 says nation, and then also it says over here, 68 is also nation. So nation here is Gavir and
Goy.
Goy, and then it says on number 68,
That's right.
Goy, it's the same meaning.
That's right. That's right.
Why is it two different
Yisrael Chai. the
Israel
nation.
Goy.
You could say the Goy of Israel Chai, but as I said, nowadays we pretty much use Goy for a non-Jew. A non-Jewish name.
Well,
But,
how did that
but
come
biblically,
Goy
Goy just means a nation. Goy Gadol, right? Avram was told, you're going to be a great nation. The word Goy was used. But Am is another word for the same thing. Some people say one is a little more literal because Goy comes from
Who was
the
the first person to speak in
word
Hebrew?
back. What?
Who was the first person to speak in Hebrew?
I think Adam.
Adam Rishon.
That was the
Yeah.
first language.
What do you think he spoke? God spoke to him. He said, Ayeka, where are you? It's a Hebrew word.
They signed to each other.
Yeah, maybe it was just signs. Chanel, if you like one, you can have one. You can have one of those. Next one is 40 yad, hand. 41 yada, to know. 42 yom. Is it yom hayom?
Hayom Yom.
Hayom yom rishon. Hayom yom rishon.
Hayom Yom. The
The Rebbe, yom yom, day by day.
Hayom Yom.
Yam yam. It's a funny way.
It's Yom Yom. It's Yom Yom. That's how they say it.
It's a Russian pronunciation. 43. Plural?
Yamin.
Right. When you count the Omer, what do you get? Omer is between Purim and between Pesach and Shavuot. We're supposed to count 49 days. So you say Yom Echad, and then the next day you say Yom Shnei Yamim LaOmer, 2 days, plural. Number 44, Yatzah, he left, and 45 is Yashav, to sit down. Ata Yoshev, Hu Yoshev. Okay. So memorize 45 words by tomorrow, and whoever gets the best mark is going to get a prize.
What's the prize?
To Khaled?
I need an incentive.
Oh no, I don't like
The prize isn't good, then
I
I'm not
don't
going to
like
work for it.
It's too much pressure.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Go find the
Sure, go look for him. Yeah. They're probably just down the hall here.
Levy.
Yeah. Aaron Levy. Yeah. No, it's down the hall.
Loud real.
You said you worked with
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a big movement.